personally.
Even liberal women seem to still want some of the more traditional aspects of masculinity.
Yeah, all they ever complain about on their TikToks is how they can't find masculine men because they're liberals.
All these
Yeah.
soy boys. Well, I want a guy to chivalry and I want a guy to pay for dates, but I'm a
I
fucking
don't think a man putting on eyeliner
woke
makes
SJW.
him less of a man. I don't understand how putting on eyeliner makes you less or more of a man. I don't think that it has an impact on you like that.
So
especially because considering back in the day, men used to wear heels. Men used to wear dresses.
Well, they didn't wear heels, but they wore lifts. That's true.
Heels were
They were lifts.
invented for men.
Yeah, for lifts.
Society and makeup was primarily used by
But
men.
I want to be careful about loaded language, right? Because, no, they didn't have heels. Heels is a invention, a recent invention to accentuate women's legs. Okay, that's what a heel is, and the shoe shape and contour is designed for that. No, men weren't wearing heels. They were wearing lifted shoes. The reason progressives call them heels is because they want it to seem like it was gender neutral. It wasn't gender neutral.
Yeah. I would say that's like pretty equivalent to women wearing platforms, though. Platforms, I would consider like platforms to be more effeminate. Same with dresses, like in skirts. We've seen all throughout history, men have worn skirts, men have worn dresses.
So here's
It's
the thing.
part of certain cultures.
When you have a technology and I would consider dress even technology, forms of technology. I can understand why a kilt or something like this, depending on the type of environment that you're in, the type of culture that you're in, you could say these are more masculine or more feminine. Okay, that's fine to say. But inside of the cultural norms that you find yourself in right this second, that is not the case. And so when we associate masculinity and femininity to things, well, you could say things like culture have social constructs in them for those things that may be true, but it does seem like men do gravitate towards things which suit masculine outside of just the social construction aspects of this. So yeah, I can just kind of grant, yeah, sure. There's always been men who've worn makeup. In fact, I liked watching glam bands. I thought they sounded awesome. Like watching rock stars. They're wearing makeup all the time.
Yeah.
News anchors are wearing makeup all the time. That's true. But it doesn't seem like there's a huge preference from women to have men around who are wearing makeup because it's not perceived as being masculine.
Yeah, I would also say there's not like a huge preference for traditional men. I would say they probably wouldn't go for women who dress like me either. I think the way you present yourself is going to attract people who,
Totally agree. Yeah, totally agree.
The way I dress.
Yeah, you're sending
my
out
tattoos,
a bat
everything,
signal. Yeah,
I'm not trying to attract men like you, and I don't mean that in
I
any
understand.
disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to attract men like my partner because he's emo. He loves wearing eyeliner.
He's
But
an
what
emo
does this-
rapper.
He used to be
He's
emo.
an emo
He's
rapper?
more like he started with emo rap, and now
Don't
he's
care.
more like
Don't care.
mainstream.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but in any case, what
Well,
I'm
I kinda
saying,
asked a question.
what
I'm
I'm
just
saying
answering
is
a question.
like let me give you an example of something that we would agree on would not be a social construction in a beauty standard between men and women. I don't think you can point to a culture where men wanted their women to have beards.
No.
No, but
But-
definitely in almost all cultures, it was considered masculine to have a beard.
Yeah, I also think makeup's kind of different though because beard is. If a woman is growing a beard, it's
Well, all
usually
I'm saying,
a hormonal
all I'm
issue.
saying is that there
It's a
can
hormonal
be kind of
imbalance.
what you would consider these gendered social constructions which map on
Right.
that are socially constructed, but there's
Right.
also ones that aren't.
I would assume that most men would find a woman with a beard unattractive because it shows that she has a severe hormonal imbalance. And if we just go back to evolution, men and women are going to go for a healthy mate. No one is going to go for a sickly looking mate.
I'm willing to even agree.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's really all that relevant. So when you're talking about makeup in the perception of society, right? Femboys are what is associated with makeup, not masculinity in any way, shape, or form. And it's because, so I would argue that you could perhaps make makeup even masculine from a socially constructed standpoint if it wasn't for all the feminine men who wore it instead of the masculine men who wore it.
He's like very, very masculine.
I'm not
He's
saying
very
your
masculine.
particular instance that you don't have the most masculine guy liner wearing guy on
there's a lot
planet
of, like-
Earth. I'm saying that most of the dudes who are out there wearing guy liner
Sure,
Our
sure.
femboys.
Sure, but there's also a lot of grudge makeup. There's a lot of different like subcategories when you come to men wearing makeup. I just don't think
How
like
about we talk about normie people though? Like, yeah, okay, goth people are gonna want to date other goth people. It's not really like, so it doesn't really do anything to rebut the general statement that generally speaking,
It's deceptive.
like, well, that women would not find men who wear makeup attractive. Or they might, even if the man is attractive absent makeup, if he were to wear it, she would perhaps question, this is a bit strange.
I got something I got to ask though. Oh, this is going to be brutal. I wonder if I should even ask it to Brian, but I have to. Brian, do you ever wear makeup on camera?
Huh?
Do you ever wear makeup on camera?
What do you mean?
Do you ever wear makeup on camera, like powder your face or anything like that?
No.
Ever? You've never done it?
a
No.
lot of actors do.
Never?
Never.
Not translucent, nothing?
You think that it's not masculine to do?
What do you mean?
Like,
Like-
if people do before they get on camera, actors, anchors, things like that, if they put on makeup,
What do you mean?
do you think
Like
that
a
it's
lot of
not
men.
masculine for men who put on makeup in those roles?
Where are you going?
I'm just asking if you think if it's masculine or not.
I'm not sure I want to, I don't know what this has to do with anything.
Well, is it or isn't it?
Why are you asking? I don't know. I feel like I'm walking to a trap or something, bro.
Well,
I feel I'm
think there's
walking to a
difference
fucking
between,
trap,
like,
bro.
stage makeup and everyday wearing makeup.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Because, like, you're going to have your actors in your plays
Yeah, but
and your rock stars
but if the
wearing it
objection
on
is
stage.
deception,
Yeah. But
That's
that's
a
like
deception.
their character, right? Like,
yeah, but that's it's still a deception, right? Like you don't want your news anchors to look ugly, right? Nobody
you
wants to
gotta,
watch
like,
it.
soak up the oil and.
Yeah, I don't know. I've
Real
never.
sweaty with, so they'll wear the
Like I've never cared
translucents
about
and
the
all
makeup
sweaty.
thing. It's never been a thing for me. But I know that there's men who are way into this idea of no makeup on women. So
Okay, so anyways, moving back to the makeup thing from you, harsh on makeup. So you were saying that, well, why, what was your thing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, if we are attracting men based on our appearance, shouldn't we do what we can to enhance that appearance? And maybe not deceptively.
Yeah, so I think you said something along the lines of, okay, so if men care so much about makeup, then, or sorry, if men care so much about physical appearance, what is wrong with us trying to improve by wearing makeup?
Right, especially if it's not, super permanent augmentation. If you get to know this female and you are intending to marry her, you will inevitably see her without makeup.
But I mean, couldn't you just make the argument like, okay, well, women really care about a man's wealth or status, so, well, it's okay for a man to lie about his job or occupation because women really care about this in an effort to get women more attracted or attracted, period, to them. There's justified reason for a man who works at McDonald's to just say, well, I'm a lawyer.
Logically, that makes sense.
Isn't that very different? Because if you see a woman with eyeliner, do you just assume that she always has black lines on her eyes? You wouldn't
No,
assume
the-
that, but if you're lying about your job,
The assumption
why would
for
I
the-
assume that you're lying about your job?
the reason that this is gendered with makeup, what I was getting into, the reason that it actually is because women wear makeup to make themselves look younger. That's why they wear it. And because the reason that they want to make themselves look younger usually is because that's a status for attraction, is that you look younger. That's what makes you more attractive.
Yeah.
Even women seem to think so with other women when they judge each other's makeup, right? You look so beautiful. You look so vibrant. You're glowing.
Love your
All,
makeup, love your
yeah, this is all signs of youth, right? And I have never seen a woman, in other words, do her makeup to make herself look older, ever. They always do their makeup to make themselves look younger. And that's why it's actually gendered, is because we, men, care again about youth and beauty of women. They don't really give a shit about that with us. So when you're talking about the deception of makeup, to verbalize why I think Brian and many men like him object to it is because they feel like women are deceiving people about what they actually look like, what their real age is, what their real youthful appearance is. So they feel like they're getting hornswoggled.
I just think it's very obvious when a woman has a high amount of makeup, and I think you obviously know she's not going to look like that when she takes her makeup
Really?
No.
You should
There
see
are some
this
shocking
cool
ones.
video
Yeah, there are some
that we can
shocking
show you
ones.
right now because no, I've seen women wipe a whole different face off.
Yeah.
Nick, do you
You
want
can
to just
tell
pull
when
up
a
the
woman's
tweet?
wearing
Just pull up the
a
tweet.
lot of makeup.
What about this? Makeup is not a lie. It just accentuates her natural features.
Doesn't even look like the same person.
Looks like a dude.
But also she's posing very, very differently in the
Oh,
left.
come
I do
on.
think that's a
Yeah.
factor, but
It's like
I mean,
it's the
she
s-
does look a
there's
lot
the
hotter
face-
in the
hold
right.
on.
I'm not going to dispute
What do you mean
that.
different? It's like you expect people to be in the
No,
it's
because
literally
it looks like in that one she posed. There's also lighting that's a factor in that one, and this one it looks like it was like a screenshot
she's
taken of a
added
video.
to lips, her eyebrows, her lashes, everything's different.
got taken to-
it's the same angle. Her face is tilted the same way.
Like I said on the right, she looks more attractive. I'm not going to dispute that.
Which one looks older?
I think they look the same age
they
to
look
me.
the same age,
I,
yeah. Okay.
If you're asking me personally, I think they look the same age.
Do you usually associate baldness with youth?
Baldness? No,
No.
but
You usually associate that with age?
yeah.
Yeah, same thing. What
kinda-
about lines under the eyes? You usually associate that with youth or
Yeah.
age?
Yeah.
You associate lines under the eyes, sagging eyes, wrinkles. You associate those things with age,
Overall,
right?
yes.
Maybe that's
Okay, so
something
then
we
why
can-
don't you take a look at that and tell me why she wasn't putting bags under her eyes, why she wasn't adding wrinkles?
No, I don't.
It's because she was trying to make herself look younger.
Well, I think she just made herself look prettier. I wouldn't necessarily.
By
I don't know
removing the
because
things
when
that
I
make
put
you
on
look old.
when I put on makeup, I
That's
don't.
how they make themselves look.
I guess I just don't do that with makeup. I don't put on. I don't do super big wings to make myself
Well, you
look younger.
may
I
not
just
have
do
to.
it to accentuate my
You're
eyes.
still pretty young.
Yeah, so I
but you
guess I
can
just have a
understand
different-
that women in their 40s, there's tons and tons of wrinkle remover cream. Have you ever seen wrinkle addition cream? Because I've never seen it. Never seen that ever. Because I mean, maybe it exists in the abstract for some movie or something, but I don't think
Yeah.
you can go to a
I-
makeup
Yeah.
counter and say, can you give me the add wrinkle cream?
I'd love to look older, please. Yeah, no
Like,
woman
I'm
ever.
40, and my
said no
skincare
woman
routine
ever.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.